Alrighty, let's get going here. Almost at the end of day 2 here. We're going to have a fun little bit of Beyond Gaming versus Unicorns of Love. The PCS representative versus the CIS LCL Russian representative. And this could be good. We're looking for a better showing out of Unicorns of Love, trying to see if they're going to get those day 1 jitters off, try to get themselves some wins on the board. Both of these teams 0-2 so far in the play-in group, so someone's going to walk away with a win to end their day 2. So far, bans coming through: Cassidon, Camille, and Aurelia. We've seen this Cassidon ban earlier in the tournament. I forget who did it, but kind of giving away that they're probably going to be looking for a LeBlanc there. Rise, Lucian, and Aphelios getting banned on the side of Unicorns of Love. So 80 carry side, a little scared there. Argonaut not looking to contend with those picks. And Rise being a very consistent ban. It's been on and off. Has not picked. I don't think it's even gotten itself through yet. But can definitely be a very scary mid laner. Anyone got to see Jizuke on his Rise during the summer split regular season? Definitely something to be afraid of. And looks like Argonaut, all he's worried about is getting this misfortune for that bullet time wombo combo. So gonna get that one locked down. Hush has got his Xin Zhao, no worries there, nothing too crazy there. But this is looking like looks like the meta is pretty well established. We're not having too many other crazy picks coming out here. The big question right now is, Lee Sin. So Lee Sin's now sneaking through actually much more often, not getting banned as consistently as we got to see in day 1. So I think either scrim results or these game results or just seeing him lose on stage once has gotten people a little more confident, a little more comfortable with letting him get through the ban phase. Or some of these solo laners and ADCs are just scarier. Doggo looks like he's going to grab the Ezreal for his ADC pick, trying to keep things secured and penned down here. Probably also going to grab the support, usually trying to save as much of the draft resources for the solo laners, because these days the meta for this tournament is really looking like solo laners, and especially top lane, is far more important and far more influential in the progression of the games and in winning these games than ADCs. Can be kind of an explanation why we saw Sven camped out on his bot lane for a long time there in the C9 match earlier. Now, Rakan secured by Moan for Kino. Got himself a nice little bit of engage and a little bit of mobility coming out. So going to be able to actually get around, get some bash bros, really help Husha get some trouble going in and across the map. No Man's going to grab himself his Silas, and I'd say he's got a good bit of ultimates actually to grab here. So this is not a bad pick based on at least ultimates available for his hijacking. The charm allowing him just to run through, catch everyone, nice bit of movement speed, and just get a bunch of free damage off. If he chooses to actually grab the Ezreal's ult or Xin Zhao's ult, then that gives him just a nice bit of AP to just rush across the entire team, just blow someone up, long range, or have a global. And then also the Crescent Guard from the Xin Zhao. He's providing him a lot of ranged immunity, allowing him just to get only in range of those he wishes to hurt. And now we're going to go into the second ban phase. Yone ban on the side of Unicorns of Love. Yone apparently being a very scary pick in scrims. And the Amumu banned out, which actually is probably one of the few times we've seen a Mumu banned out. The Curse of the Sad Mummy into the bullet time is a very scary combination. And just with that recent buff on Amumu to give his bandage toss is about 2 shots in a pretty short amount of time has really cemented him as a very powerful support option. Does not do a lot in lane. Can't really fight too much. It's very much a level 6 team fight win, skirmish fighting, winning character. There's not much else he really can do. Galio and Orianna gonna be the other 2 bans out just to really limit here. I really think Moan's just really itching for his LeBlanc pick here. And then No Man's just getting rid of Orianna. It's not the best ultimate to really have facing against him. And Yone can actually can contend pretty well. So I could see where those bans made sense, just to limit the champion pool. And now Argonaut's going to grab the Nautilus for Sandus. Have not seen Nautilus much yet in this tournament, neither banned nor picked. I think this is the first time we're really seeing him he was a staple if we rewind back to MSI. The hook landing, the depth charge, just providing so much CC, so much ability for at least the Kaises that were being played to really capitalize, jump on, and blow up targets. But now we're going to see the draft getting finished off here by Beyond Gaming. Doggo grabbing the Syndra, which we've only seen this might be only the second time that we've seen Syndra played at this tournament. Not a bad pick. Really good isolation, really good long range stun that could disrupt a channeled bullet time out from Argonaut. So not too bad. Gonna do pretty well. And the ultimate is okay with Silas. He's only gonna get 3 orbs to really like utilize and try to get that execute off with the unleashed power. But neither here nor there. And then Kino grabs the Jace for Liang, so he's gonna take that top side, and Boss is going to get the Wukong, and this is gonna be the first time we're seeing Wukong. I thought we were gonna have to wait till group stage for Armu to pull this one out, but the Wukong has come through, and this is gonna be a very great bit of disruption, and just really turn these fights into a scene of chaos and just disappearing monkeys and spinning monkeys and blind men kicking you into drowned men. So very, very interesting. This is a very good wrinkle in the drafts for the first time we've actually seen so far. So first time Nautilus, first time Wukong coming in here on the side of UOL. Beyond Gaming bringing out the Syndra. Might be a bait depending on who you ask, but we will see how these play out. Let's see here. Beyond Gaming. Am I misremembering something? Let me check here.
Step up a little bit, like you said about how familiar some of these names are to us. He has been a staple of play-ins.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, did secure that. I was second guessing myself on where Beyond Gaming came from, and they are the PCS. So, not today. Anxiety will not control me. So, let's get the start out here. Everyone's going to be running on out. Oh, we have a 5-man roam up to the top lane right now. There's been a lot of mostly shenanigans on the red side teams. Blue side, not so much. Now let's see here. Have they actually made a read on what's to happen here? And is this going to be 3 here top side here. Jace with the Rakan. The ward is going to spot them out, and I appreciate the sentiment. Rakan actually coming up to put that ward in just to read that play. He's got to back off and get a sweeper and head bot lane. But a read of a read here it could have been. Unicorns Love looking for a top side little cheese gank attack here early on, but they are going to get that red out, and that's gonna be it's gonna fizzle out there.
That aggressive mindset. I feel like that's sometimes people overcorrect and they don't go for what their comp should be doing in the early game, and I hope to see him still making those kinds of plays, just coordinating a little bit better around those solo lanes.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a big improvement to actually try to get some early game aggression here. It's been very limited in this tournament, this play-in group, for there to be any good amount of early aggression. It usually ends up feeling like a farm fest, securing the crabs, and then kind of for most of the games, we've actually had a few more exciting games with a little bit more excitement in the gameplay and in the decisions of teams today. But most of the time, they've just been really pretty happy to not do too much in the game until after 10 minutes. Usually, like, first drakes aren't even taken before 10 minutes. So it'd be really good to see Husha get some aggression out, try to match an Anasek. Hopefully even a Nasek looks for some aggression, honestly, because even the Lee Sin picks have kind of played pretty passively and just cleared waves, clear out the map, and try to keep pace with junglers that should actually be clearing faster than them. Looking at the how the Junglers have been pathing. Looks like it was a red start for both. It's going to leave an Anasek ending up bot side and Husha ending up top side. They looks like they both have skipped their Krug, so pretty standard. We've pretty seen this as a pretty standard thing here right now. Anasek finish off his wolves after he took Grom to get the health regen. He's get Birth the health back. Boss getting shoved in here up top. But yeah, Anasek's probably going to grab his blue, and then they're going to probably have an even exchange with the crabs. So pretty neutralized early game here from the junglers, and Husha might make me a liar coming in mid. I think he's just trying to shadow this in case Anasek looks for some trouble here. Trying to at least make sure that Mon can get this wave pushed in. But I don't think it's going to happen here. Next set of wave arrives here. Santa's coming up here to help Anasek secure this crab a little bit faster. Mark the pastry time. I'm not sure about that duo name. Oh, and he's going to get flash hook coming out from Santa's. That's going to get the flash out of Moan. Good play there. And Argonau's going to get caught out. Does not flash away from the knockup. And he's going to get brought down to 100 health. He's got a biscuit, and he just used the last charge on his refillable pot as the next biscuit comes in. So he may very well be able to stay in lane here even after that exchange and keeps his summoner spell. So a little scary, but may actually be able to come out and stay in this lane, keep the CS even. And now Anasek looking for a steal here. He's got the ward on. He's going to come in. Does not get the smite on anything. I only got one chicken here, and Hush is going to follow up here. Moan joining as well. No man's trying to play screen, but Anesek's just going to be able to walk it off. So, no worries there. And Liang going in here. Boss trying to keep the trade even here. Battle Dance coming in. Kino looking for another knockup, maybe. No Quill connection. And Moan making a move over here. This might be a 4-man dive here. They're only level 3, level 4. All summoners are available except for Santis's flash here. Exhaust goes on to Kino. He's going to be in and out here. First blood goes over to Doggo, and now they got to actually see if they can finish off Santis. The tower needs to cool down here. They're going to get caught up here. Hush is going to go here and actually probably die for it. The heal's going to come out. Doggo actually took first tower aggro. Oh, and an N6 arrived to counter it, and Moan's going to die to the tower shot. He just gets executed, actually. So that is super tragic. No Man's has arrived here trying to get some cleanup kills here, but I don't think he's going to catch anything. Kina's going to block the abscond abduct, and Beyond Gaming get out scot-free. Moan may die, but the teleport's going to make sure he keeps prio in this wave, actually. And No Man's going to have to hightail it back here just to try to actually catch this wave, this cannon wave. It was very interesting piece there. Exhaust does well to, I guess, slow the movement of Kino, but it doesn't really do a lot for preventing the damage that's going to come out from, a support here. So let's look at this here. He's going to going. He's the first one to touch her. Exhaust goes down onto Santis and onto Argonaut, it looked like. Yep. And now it's going to be a repeated dive. Doggo gets the first thing, takes 2 tower shots, heals out to get away. Takes the third shot, just under 100 health. So really great play there. And then, oh gosh. That is actually a great dodge out there from Moan to not give the kill over to Lee Sin.
He just assumed someone else already tagged him, or I'm not quite sure, but was happy to just get the shield off. And so what could have been a nice turnaround for UOL actually doesn't give them any gold.
Yeah, bad tracking there out of UOL. Could have actually gotten some gold, like some return gold. Turn that into a very even trade, and perhaps even an overcommitment on the side of Beyond Gaming. But unfortunately, gets executed, and no credit anywhere, just one dead MF.
The fact that the junglers have been seen for so long and there's been so much action on the bot side is actually great for the Jace to just keep that push up. Like we said, it takes a little bit for that.
So far, Jace top side actually, as Mark's touching on it, Jace able to secure a 20 CS lead. There's been teleport exchanges from both top laners to try to keep themselves relevant in this lane. So kind of kudos on boss. This 20 CS lead now, actually, but this Jace needs to really kind of send this one home here. I I kind of have to say that outside of LPL or LCK Jaces, I don't really like other Jaces because there's a certain amount of playing to save once you are getting ahead, and a 20 CS lead at this time in the game or in the world of League of Legends esports, 20 CS just doesn't really end up meaning a lot if it's not maintained and really punished throughout the rest of the game. Then most top laners end up actually just collecting enough CS through jungle camps or just being ignored, and then the CS gap is just closed. And as you get later in the game, the gold value of the minions even goes up. So we're gonna need to get a lot more into Liang to really secure this advantage and really secure the split push out of this Jace, to really keep the pressure on, really put Unicorns of Love in a bind. But Unicorns making their own decisions and putting Beyond Gaming in a bind of, you probably need to react here because this Herald is getting started. Ults to be available here. Kino not level 6 yet. Santa's 1 up on him, but still no depth charge available for him. Argonaut with his bullet time, but he's gonna have to find his way here. Moen's gonna cry. I don't know. The exhaust is gonna come out of there, but he's gonna get caught. I'm not sure why he decided to come through there. And now Unicorns of Love gonna need to make some decisions here. It's underneath it, but the smite was not available for a nanosec. And that's just gonna get stolen, and that is a tragedy for Unicorns of Love. I don't know what gave Argonaut confidence to walk through all of that. He did not know that the wards were there, and that ward right there, top left of the screen, and then there's a control ward right above that. Didn't know that was there, but there's still a certain part of it that's just like, you should probably not even really attempt to make this rotation and just sit bot, and maybe even like you could pretty much greed that one out a bit. It's just not a good place. So just take the longer route. It just feels like a mistiming out of Unicorns of Love there. Argonaut should have been with them sooner, or just absolved himself from even trying to join that. So he just gets caught here on vision. Who knows what the passing is? She rush becomes lightning, gets them in. Kill goes on to Husher. Maybe she probably should have gone to Moan. Being able to have a delete champion button is, I think, a lot better of a decision. But Husher gets in, gets the smite secure, and yep, that play kind of falls apart. So Unicorns of Love still very good on a proactive sense here, but it's just not playing out here. They are misplaying some of these situations, and it feels kind of like unforced errors that just they're just putting themselves into bad situations. Yeah, Beyond Gaming looking like really strong. And this 3K gold lead, this is actually getting pretty nutter. 3K gold lead at like 10 minutes into the game. It's good foretelling at this point, because I don't expect the PCS representatives to actually give this up all too easily. I don't expect them to actually toss the advantage. So it's gonna be a good bit of questions for how Unicorns of Love are going to re-equalize this. You can give it over that. There is a pretty good agreement at this point that Liang is actually, at least with the or at least the Jace, the champion Jace, is good for team fighting, for poking, for prepping the fight, and then has a lot of all-in ability, and the limited range is also pretty good. And they're gonna finally, yes, catch that ward. Thank goodness, catch the ward that helped kill Argonaut. But there is going to the opposite side of the lane. The Wukong has so much more team fight contribution to give by just knocking up like the whole team repeatedly and just being an absolute nuisance of just in and out, dive bombing, assassinating the team. And here comes the Herald. Gonna be able to get 1 turret plate, 2 turret plate, 3 turret plates here onto Jace, as well as I believe 2 onto Husha. So yeah, gold lead still expanding here, especially on the top side here. Doggo gonna get cut in half by Argonaut on his bullet time. So a little scary there, but definitely keeping this even and trading back quite well. Alright, Dragon trying to be secured by Unicorns of Love while they're basically losing on the other side of the map here. They're trying to get this trade off here, trying to force this. Doggo available. Not too much not too much. Does get the mystic shot, mystic shot. A little scary there, but does get secured by a nanosec. And here goes first turret for Beyond Gaming.
Care about you getting a mountain dragon when our Jace is snowballing up 30 CS, like you already said about the bot lane, same situation. I think it's the right decision. You know, if you all want to commit the resources to grab a mountain dragon, go for it. We'll keep the gold lead.
Santa's actually trying to freeze
Okay, so gold lead's still in the advantage of Beyond Gaming, but at least Unicorns of Love have begun building something that can become a win condition for them, and the little bit of defensive abilities that are going to come out from that mountain Drake are going to be pretty positive on account of three out of the four damage dealing champions on the side of Beyond Gaming are physical, so that can do some work. Take off some of the penetration points on what some of the mythics may provide.
Free poke from the Ezreal, call the dive off. I mean, these are the kinds of plays I really like to watch teams try and make. It's these like half plays, these half roams, half decisions where you're option selecting. Like, okay, we didn't land the poke. Let's go back and we'll go back to normal laning. If you land the poke, great. You actually move the rest of your team down and you force that dive.
So far so good, and again that gold lead.
Alrighty, going into some item completions here. Doggo, not following in Sven's footsteps, going to take the Divine Sunderer. Currently building a
Second Rift Herald is going to be available.
the Warhammer, probably going into his Seraphs after that, more than likely. Gale Force on the side of Argonaut, fearing the mobility and the dive, probably especially the knockup from Kino. And after that, Gore Drinker completed for both junglers, and Eclipse completed for Jace. Still keeping that 30 CS lead. Pretty secure, pretty simple, pretty square. But it's got to start actually providing more value. I feel like I really want to be able to see Hashem make some pathing topside to really put boss behind, really put Liang ahead. And here's some movement here. Husha clearing out and around. Unicorns Love, they're gonna go for the Herald again, and I don't think that Beyond Gaming are aware of this. They're gonna be able to figure this out now. There's gonna be the True Shot Barrage to confirm it, but Husha has completed his backing, so now they just know. But the turret's dying is not gonna be in the best interest for Unicorns of Love. They are grabbing these objectives, but it's not giving them any immediate fighting power, and they're just gonna have to basically factor into just making it to late game and hoping that they sort of outscale or find more opportunities, or are able to find and capitalize on mistakes from Beyond Gaming. But that's just not clear and not looking too probable yet at this time. Let's see here.
Feel a little bad for Boss here. The counter pick largely is how you think the early lane phase should go. Maybe fell a little bit further
So
behind than you'd want, but there was a disaster kind of going on in the bot lane and some of the other parts of the map. And so you can't get the jungler attention that you picked this champion for. If you're not going to play around the Wukong with your Lee Sin, it's not really going to do that much. I think Beyond did have some good windows where you saw Husha, camping topside in case that gank did come through. I think Beyond did a good job trying to play around that, but it's just unfortunate for Boss. Now you have your items completed, and that's the one nice thing, is that Wukong is not just a lane counter. He is very good through all portions of the game. It is a fairly physical, damage-heavy team comp, and when Wukong gets his ult up, he gets so many stacks so quickly. The regen that comes through, the actual
so
get from that passive.
Mark just highlighting Wukong, and granted that there was a lot of action happening elsewhere, so the counter pick option, or at least the ability to utilize this Wukong and get this Wukong ahead, so they can be a very big threat, and stabilize or just give them advantage in the rest of this laning phase. Didn't really come to fruition. Still have some options and some time, I believe, to really make this happen, because we're just entering an extended laning phase right now, and I think No Man's should be seeing Husha there, so I'm gonna be able to clear out this wave. Just gonna back up, bring the cannon about halfway through. No freezing. Actually, probably haven't seen any good frozen lanes since day one. And Boss gonna have to get himself away via clone jump. And now 5-man strong. BYG looking to secure their third turret there. They are all in on getting these early turrets, getting this gold in their pocket, so that they can try to cement the rest of the game. But No Man's has arrived here, has not hijacked an ultimate yet. The bullet time has gone out, and Argonaut is super low here, so this is not a fight that Unicorns of Love can truly consider. There is a Cloud Drake available, but I just think Beyond Gaming, they just want the gold. Kill the turret down, gives them map control, and gives them more gold. They are high indexing in on early game objectives, early game gold acquisition. Santa's going to get a hook off to get away from them. And NSX, being a little tricky, is going to drop the Herald in mid lane. But Beyond Gaming are kind of choosing to just move as 5 more or less to get themselves where they need to go. But here we go for the engage here. And Isaac on the backside, but Lane's going to take care of him. And now we're going to be flying in. And the Recon has gone down. Santos is dead as well. And now it's just going to be a cleanup here for Doggo. And I believe, yeah, Husha died as well. So Doggo just jumping over here. He's going to get the Q connection as well here. Oh, and the dodge step. But Doggo predicts it well. And triple kill onto Ezreal. Doggo is just so good, man. If you did not get to tune in for MSI to see this man on Tristana, you missed a treat. And it is great to see the man also on an Ezreal putting in work for his team, getting this damage out, getting these kills on. And now he's 4-0 with 2 completed items here. Alright, so let's see how this went here. Trying to keep an eye on Doggo, but he's already gone bot side. Kino runs short, and Aztec kind of goes back in here, but Liang's here to just play zone on this playmaker. Doggo gets the True Shot Barrage just across the Nautilus, but then it's going to be a follow through. Boss kind of ulting to try to buy time here. Ultimate comes out from man, but he gets cleared out. It's a 3v2, but Husha gets the finish off, connects to Wind plus Lightning, and now Argonaut and Normans have to run away, but Doggo just predicts it, gets the Q off, gets the second off, and just catches the back step from No Man's. That was, yeah, that was my phase 2 sheep. Doggo just handled your boys. Just put them down, man. So he's looking real good, really set up here. 4 kills on this guy. He's probably halfway through his 3rd item right now. Maybe even finished off his brown boots. Got him some Ionian Lucidity boots. That cooldown going. Yep, there we go. And he's got to start heading for the Frozen Heart here. Standard build path, really, for an Ezreal at this point. It's going to make him nigh impossible to kill by 3 out of 5 on the side of Unicorns of Love. So it's just such a high value thing to get onto Ezreal. And Moan, I think you're in trouble, bud. This could be a good play area, but Santa's actually going to get taken down here. Turret. Oh, it's not going to be enough shielding, but Liang has jumped in as well. Here comes Kino. He might just kill off Boss himself here. Boss gone spinning for the winning, but I don't think you're going to have much winning to come out of here. They make the turn, and they're going to take down Liang. That's 2 dead on the side of each team right now. Bullet time out from Argonaut to zone away the rest of BYG, but I don't think they're going to have time to run away. Husha is making a beeline here. It's going to get the Crescent Guard out to put people against the wall here. And Argonaut, I don't think you're going to be able to run away, buddy. No Man's has died as well to Doggo, and this is just going to be a cleanup. Kino, are you be able to catch this monkey? But that's oh boy. Manasic's dead. This is true. Dead jungler should mean free Baron. And there's no one else really left alive here on the side of Unicorn's Love. This should be a free Baron on the side of Unicorn's Love, unless Santos can just get the anchor toss auto of his life. No, just walks off on it anyway. I had to try to find the words for that one. Alright, so let's look at this. Looking for a dive onto Mon. They get him, but then they start to delete bot side, trying to get rid of this turret aggro. Boss, unfortunately, flashes into the True Shot Barrage damage, and this just lets Kino just keep messing with them. No Man's teleports in and arrives to start helping with this cleanup. Beyond Gaming coming through. Argonaut throws out the bullet time to try to stop them, but Unicorns left, take a little too long to get out of here, and Husha has no problem. Pops the Crescent Guard, throws Argonaut into the wall. No Man's engages, but under turret aggro, so he gets most of his health deleted by the turret. And it's between like good ideas, but not fully thought out ideas. Forgetting the teleport timing, and the availability of the teleport is not good idea. Bad execution. So, alrighty. Oh, and boss, you have to get caught out here. Get cuts in half. Oh, and Doggo is not missing these Qs. Just out of range on that last one, but I think Doggo wants it. He's going over. Oh, he wants it. He's just going to hard carry this, and Tenz is going to have to move away here, and just Doggo just shifting forward, getting these Q hits, and Doggo just felt so much confidence. He does not need a front line. He is the front line, and he will take you down. Nanosec, deep undercover right now, looking for a catch. It's going to be who's going to kick in, though. It's like No Man's might be the best option just because he doesn't have as much movement ability as anyone else, but Boss here as well, but it might have gone too early. Santa's gone in too early. Doggo is blowing him up here. Now Boss is going to be in a 1v3. He's going to jump in here. Moan's going to go golden, but Boss trying to buy this time. He's going to get a second one off, but the heal's going to come through from Doggo. I think we might be watching the end of the game here. Hush is going to have to get out from the turret dive. Crescent Guard's gone up. There's going to be 3 left. No Man's and a Nanosec. Oh boy, Doggo. Don't die. Don't turret dive under 2 turrets by yourself, Doggo. Bad Doggo. It's going to be 2 inhibs and taken out here. This Baron buff already a 3.5k advantage pulled up. No Man's, Argonaut, and Nanosec here to defend. That's 2 carries and the jungler. There is playmaking available. But still need to figure this one out here. I think BYG, 20 seconds left here. It's about time to actually run off here, but they're going to be caught here. No Man's gets a double root on, but there's just not enough damage coming through. Doggo goes golden, and he's just going to fire backwards. And then it's like misses the resonating strike, and he's going to have to go elsewhere. Hasha, on the other hand, just goes and finishes off No Man's. And it's like trying to follow this one, but Hasha's going to hit the Gorgon Ground, going to give him a good bit heal, but Liang has arrived as well, and he's going to blow up an Nanosec hammer strike down, and Hasha's going to finish off Wukong, and Unicorn's Love might have overreached here, trying to punish BYG on their exit, and it may just cause them the game here. Oh, and jeez, Doggo just ease in, Q autos, finishes off Argonaut, and this is... For what we've seen out of even Group A, this feels like the most one-sided match we've seen so far here in Play-Ins. Beyond Gaming unleashed, Doggo unstoppable, and that'll do us for this game. Beyond Gaming with their first win, and Unicorn's Love still searching for it, and we'll see you in the next match.